There's obviously like an element of pressure, because Billy's a loved character in the comics, and there's that wanting to like do it justice. But also the MCU is great in that it shows like a different version of those characters that you know and love from the comics, and so especially in Agatha, we're given so much creative freedom to make the characters our own, which is the dream. It's amazing. Yeah, I mean, I think the with Catherine, our like dynamic was it's weird. It was just so natural between us. Like, there's that thing of like when you just trust someone, you can really like go deep, and especially with the Billy Agatha dynamic, it's so like twisted and confusing and like mean, but also like loving. And there was something nice about like us being so comfortable with each other that we can just like go for it, and like she can like push me over in one take, and like she knows that like that's a great thing. And like the same with everything really. It was such a collaborative process. I really felt like as an actor I was being like my opinions were being listened to, and people were really like taking me seriously in a way that was really lovely. Like our costume designer Daniel did an incredible job of the costumes, and it really felt like a collaboration with everyone. Yeah, I mean, I always talk about how like I love the fact that Billy's a queer character, and I love that we really showed that as a trait. But also, I love that like it's like a one part of a multifaceted personality. And I think one of the great things about Marvel is the reach it has in the world, and one of the great things about showing like a positive queer character that is just queer is I think I'm a strong believer in that you can't change someone else's opinion by coming at them from a place of like attack and hate and saying that they're wrong because they're an awful person. But what you can do is change people's opinions by showing them a positive portrayal of the thing that they're scared of. And I hope that our what like one or two cases that were in the show, it's a nice way of showing like a positive example of something, because hatred comes from fear, and so it's nice to poke holes in that, and such a big scale of the scale of Marvel and the reach of it as well. Yeah, well, because we shot them both episode 1 and episode 6. The name is stuff, or 2 and 6, I think actually. I did have to say the name because you can see the mouth movement, and then when they go back and you can hear me actually saying it. But it was fun to like play the dynamic of basically this kid's just lying and playing everyone. That was such a fun dynamic to play. I loved all like the Marvel-y, stunty superhero stuff of it so much, because like I don't know, as a Marvel fan, it's cool to be like a part of that part of it, and getting on wires and flying and in your super suit. Like that's cool and fun. But also I think what's special about our show is it's so emotionally deep as well. And one of the great things about Billy is this like gray area that he sits in. Because it like spoiler, but he kills 3 of his best friends by accident. But he still killed them. His actions have caused their death, and that's a what does that do to a person? And also his like whole motive and the whole start of the show is an ulterior, and he's playing these people, and that's I don't know, fun to sink your teeth in. I think we leave Agatha and Billy, and they're more equals. Agatha understands Billy's power, and I think Billy finally actually respects Agatha in a way that he doesn't earlier. And that's a nice place to be in, and I think that final scene in the show is such a it was a we went for reshoots like a year after we wrapped, and that was the scene we shot, and it's such a lovely addition, and much like a really lovely ending to the story, opening doors, because Marvel always has open doors.
Yes.
And I would love to carry on that story in other projects too. I think it's when Agatha kills Alice. And whilst, Jack always told us that Agatha couldn't control that, like actually couldn't, but I don't know if Billy believes her in that moment. I don't think he does believe her. He thinks that she could control it, and that she did willingly kill Alice. And I think that's probably the point the turning point of the story in general for him. It's the sort of the moment that the sheen of this naive young boy is sort of taken over by the reality. Yeah, I mean, I have two very distinct memories from that day. The first one is giving Catherine a huge hug after every take, because she does that bit where she's like saying, "Don't take him to Rio," and it was so emotional. And I just wanted to make sure that she was okay. I remember just giving her a big hug. And the second one was just the smell of vinegar all over my costume, because when Sashir pours the like water over it was like what they used was like baking soda on my scarf, on like the cut, and then the vinegar that made it like bubble over, but it stank. And then after that we shot a different scene, but I only had one pair of trousers on set that day, so I had to wear the vinegar covered trousers, and they smelled so bad. We always played the idea that it's only in like heightened emotion until maybe I think by the end of the series he can harness it a lot more because he's in his power more. But it's like heightened emotions and stuff, and so I'm sure there are moments that he can hear that. And I think Agatha says something in episode 9 about like how subtly you can mind read, and like that subconsciously gone into the ranking of the road, and how he's not even sure he's doing it. But you know, it's and that scene in episode 6 is a really quite like devastatingly sad scene when you think about it. Like, he doesn't know who these people are. He's having to pretend to be someone he's not. In reality, these people are like, their child is dead, and this person is their child isn't their child, and that's like a really sad reality. And I think that scene really shows that really well. We had scripts 6 months before we started shooting, which is so rare and so amazing. We had all 9 scripts. Obviously there were changes, but like the overall arc was there from 6 months before, which was so good to like be able to talk about those things, and also like be able to just like get to know the characters and ruin it in the story. And then I don't know, it was such a wonderful blessing having that. And me and Catherine and all of the Coven, really, we were all living in Atlanta, and none of us are from Atlanta, all lived there. And so we didn't really know any people there. So we'd pretty much every weekend, after spending the whole week together, would be like, oh, let's go to the baseball today. Let's do this today. Oh, Patty's going to do a barbecue today. Yeah, like it was great. The short shorts and the mullet from the cabin episode. I mean, my favorite costume overall is obviously my super suit, but like,
right,
the short shorts and the mullet were I really felt myself in that. Evan's such an amazing actor, and to be able to get the opportunity to work, albeit briefly, with him was so amazing. Just to like, I feel like this job was just like I keep saying it's like my drama school, because I just learned and sucked from everyone, and Evan's another example of that. He's such an amazing actor, and the way he works is great, and every take could be something different but incredibly hilarious, and like, I don't know, so funny. It was really fun to like be on my toes and riffing off him. I had some great dialect coaches who worked with me from right at the start. Amazing woman called Courtney, who like we run Zoom sessions from the day I got the part and she was on set every day. So it was really, really helpful, just knowing that you've got someone there who, when you get it wrong, they come in and say, and you know, it's fun. It was fun to like, and also I was around Americans all day, which made it easier. I loved doing the 70s Waitress Red song. It was so much fun, and to get to like perform with those amazing women was really cool.